Welcome. Tonight, let go of the present and step gently into the distant past. We're traveling to the jungles of northern Guatemala, to the ancient city of Tikal, once the beating heart of the Maya world. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Let your muscles release their tension and allow your thoughts to drift back more than 1,300 years to around the year 740 AD. You're walking now through dense rainforest. Tall ceiba trees tower above you, their roots snaking along the ground like stone serpents. Thick vines drape from the canopy, and the air hums with the sound of life. Birds, insects, and the distant call of a howler monkey. The air is warm, heavy with the scent of rain, earth, and wild orchids. Beneath your feet is a raised limestone causeway, a sab, or white road. These roads once connected the great ceremonial centers of the city, lit by torches as priests passed silently in the night. The Maya believed these roads mirrored the paths of the stars. You are following one now, heading deeper into Tikal, a city that flourished between 200 and 900 AD. At its peak, over 100,000 people lived here. Nobles, artisans, priests, scribes, farmers. They built vast plazas, towering temples, and palaces that stretched into the jungle sky. You pass by crumbling stelae, upright stones etched with glyphs and portraits of kings. One depicts Jasor Chan Kawil Atchen, the great ruler who reigned from 682 to 734 AD. It was he who led Tikal to triumph over its rival city Calakmul, ending a century-long struggle for dominance. As you walk, the canopy parts, and you see it, rising above the treetops, Temple 4, the tallest of them all, built by his son, Yikin Chan Kawil, around the year 741 AD. It stands at 70 meters tall, over 230 feet. And even now, centuries later, its silhouette dominates the forest. Imagine the ceremonies that once took place here. Priests in feathered headdresses, climbing the steps at dawn, carrying offerings of maize, incense, and jade. They chanted prayers to the gods of rain, sun, and maize, the lifeblood of the Maya. You pause at the base of the temple. The stone steps are worn smooth by time. Moss clings to the sides. You begin to climb, slowly, deliberately. The jungle fades beneath you. The world grows quiet. You're not just ascending a temple, you're ascending time itself. And at the top, a stone platform awaits. A breeze brushes your skin. The sky stretches wide, and stars begin to peek through the dusk. Breathe in the stillness. You've arrived. You sit at the summit of Temple 4, legs crossed, heart quiet. Below you, the jungle stretches in every direction, a living ocean of green. You can see the tops of other temples piercing the canopy. Temple 1, the temple of the great jaguar. Temple 2, the temple of the masks. And far in the haze, the rooftops of the palace complex. The sun has dipped behind the horizon now. Twilight cloaks the sky in deep indigo. One by one, the stars appear, bright, ancient, eternal. The Maya knew them all. They tracked Venus, which they called the Wasp Star, using it to mark war and peace. They followed the Pleiades, the Milky Way, the movements of the moon and sun with astonishing accuracy. They built their long count calendar, stretching billions of days into the past and future, not to predict the end, but to understand the rhythm of time. You close your eyes, and in the darkness behind your eyelids, something begins to shift. A soft humming, like wind over stone. You open your eyes, but the world has changed. The jungle is gone. You are no longer alone. Standing before you is a figure dressed in white and jade, feathers rising from his headdress, obsidian beads around his neck. His face is painted, but peaceful. He carries no weapon, only a staff. He says nothing, only gestures to the sky. You follow his hand, and above you, the stars begin to move, slowly at first, then faster, swirling into patterns, glyphs, and light. You see a serpent of stars winding through the sky, Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, guardian of knowledge and rebirth. You see the tabor tree, the world tree, its roots in the underworld, its branches touching the heavens. You feel the energy of cycles, birth, death, renewal, flowing through you. The priest speaks softly now, his voice like wind in leaves. Everything is a rhythm. The earth rests and awakens. So must you. What is lost is not gone, only waiting to be remembered. You are not broken, only out of step. The stars will wait for you to return. His eyes meet yours. They are kind, ancient, knowing. He raises his staff, and in a blink, he fades. You are alone once more. But the fear, the weight, the noise, all have gone. Only stillness remains, and stars, and the slow, rising breath of the jungle. You lie back now on the cool stone platform of Temple 4. The stars above spin slowly, gently. Their light pulses in rhythm with your breath. You feel calm, safe, but curious, drawn, inward. Somewhere between sleep and waking, the stone beneath you begins to dissolve. You are no longer lying on the temple, but floating, downward, down through the roots of the great caber tree, down through layers of stone and time. You descend into the cave of origin, sacred to the ancient Maya. They believed all life came from here, and one day all souls would pass through it again. The walls around you shimmer with reflections. Water glistens from the cave ceiling, catching flickers of torchlight. You walk deeper into the earth. Your footsteps make no sound. There are carvings on the walls, jaguar gods, serpent kings, symbols of death and rebirth. The Maya called this realm Jibalba. Not a place of punishment, but of challenge. A place where souls learned who they truly were. You hear distant voices now, not threatening, but ancient. Whispers in Yucatec and Quiche Maya, echoing like wind over water. You follow the sound, until you arrive at a still underground pool, a cenote, sacred and mirror-like. Its waters are perfectly clear. You kneel beside it and look in. And in its depths, you don't see your reflection. You see your past. Moments when you doubted, when fear told you to give up, when the pain felt too heavy to carry. But the water does not judge you. It only reflects. A voice rises, soft and steady, not from outside, but from within. All paths pass through shadow. Even the sun must set to rise again. Do not fear the darkness. It is where roots grow. You close your eyes, and when you open them, you are no longer in the cave. You are standing in a vast chamber of light, beneath the earth, lit by glowing crystals and fireflies. At its center, a great stone altar carved with images of the world tree, the maize god, and the rising sun. You walk toward it. With each step, the heaviness you've carried, regret, shame, fear, begins to fade. You reach the altar, place your hands upon it, and feel the heartbeat of the earth beneath your fingers. It is steady, it is strong, and now, so are you. Breathe in deeply, and let go. You are rising now, not walking, but lifted, carried upward by light. The cave fades behind you, its shadows retreating into memory. You pass through layers of stone and root once more, guided now by warmth, by a pull from above. The sacred ceiba tree greets you once again. Its roots embrace you like an old friend. Its trunk rises like a pillar between worlds. And just like the ancient Maya believed, you are reborn. Your body feels weightless, your heart unburdened. You return to the jungle clearing, where the world is beginning to stir. Mist curls between the trees, leaves glisten with dew, and overhead, the sky begins to brighten. Birdsong returns, slowly at first, a single note, then another, and another, until the canopy becomes an orchestra of life. You feel the warmth of the new sun on your skin. This is no ordinary dawn. This is your sunrise, a beginning, a clean page, a breath after the storm. The wind moves gently across your face. It carries scents of damp earth, wild orchids, and rain-soaked wood. You sit on a stone beside the trail, not lost, but found, not broken, but changed. Everything you've seen, the cave, the pool, the altar, they live in you now. The jungle is no longer something outside of you. You are part of it, rooted and growing. Your eyes close, and this time they do not close from fear or exhaustion, but from peace. You have returned, and you are safe. Breathe in once more, and rest. Night has fallen deeper now. The sounds of the jungle soften. Even the howler monkeys have quieted. You are no longer walking. You are drifting. The jungle opens like a dream. You move through it effortlessly, as if carried on the wind. Above you, the sky is thick with stars. Not random, but patterned, like ancient stories. The Maya saw these stars not just as lights, but as ancestors, gods, and sacred memory. They gave them names. They mapped their movements. That bright band across the sky. They called it the Sagbe, the White Road, a river of souls, a path between the worlds. You float beneath it now, and the night speaks gently. It tells you, you are not lost, you are not broken, you are between things, between who you were and who you are becoming. Fireflies surround you like drifting embers. Somewhere in the trees, an owl calls, guardian of the night, watcher of truth. You follow the soft flicker of a torch, a guide, not a person but a presence. It leads you to a clearing where tall stone stelae rise from the earth, each one carved with glyphs, histories, names, stories. You touch the stone, cool, ancient. You cannot read the writing, but you feel it. The Maya carved their stories into stone so they would not be forgotten. And now, you place your hand upon your heart. There is a story there too, yours, not carved in stone, but written in breath, in struggle, in survival. You do not need to understand it all now. You only need to feel its weight and its worth. A warm breeze moves through the trees. The stars seem to pulse gently, and the path calls you forward once more. You begin to walk again, softly, slowly, toward the firelight in the distance. The jungle breathes with you now, slow, steady, alive. The first light of the sun spills like golden ink between the high branches of the ceiba and mahogany trees. It warms the stones beneath your feet, melts the last wisps of mist clinging to the ferns. You sit quietly at the edge of the clearing, watching as the sacred world around you begins to stir. The Maya believed the jungle was not wild, but woven, a sacred web connecting all things. The howler monkeys are first to call. Their deep, echoing voices rising like chants across the canopy. In ancient times, they were seen as scribes of the gods, creatures of art and rhythm, guardians of knowledge. You listen. Each sound, a leaf falling, a bird wing slicing the air, a frog's soft croak, feels ancient, as if it has echoed here for 1,000 years. A toucan glides above you, its rainbow beak catching the sunlight. To the Maya, birds were messengers, linking the mortal world to the gods. And then, from somewhere behind the trees, you hear the soft patter of footsteps, not threatening, but familiar. A young jaguar pads through the undergrowth, its golden eyes calm, curious. The jaguar was sacred, a symbol of power and protection, a guide between worlds. It pauses, watching you. In its gaze, you feel no fear, only recognition. You are not a stranger here. You never were. This jungle, with its tangled roots and spiraling vines, its stories etched into every bark and stone, knows you. It has seen you in your weakness and your strength. It has held your doubts and your dreams. Nearby, a kapok flower opens, its petals pale and soft, reaching toward the sky. In Mayan myth, these were the gifts of the gods, signs of blessings left in the living world. And now, you begin to walk again, barefoot across the forest floor. The ground is soft with centuries of fallen leaves. The air smells of cinnamon bark and sweet jungle fruit. Sunlight filters through in shafts, like pathways of gold. You touch a stone along the path, a carved remnant of a stela, once marking time and kings. You run your fingers across the glyphs, curves, spirals, sacred numbers. The Maya saw time as a cycle, not a straight line, but a sacred spiral that always returns. And so too do you. You have returned to yourself. With every breath, your thoughts slow. Your muscles relax. You feel your body growing heavier, your spirit lighter. A breeze stirs the treetops overhead, and it sounds like whispers from another age. You are part of this story now. Let it carry you. Let it hold you. You smile softly and walk on. You emerge now from the temple of memory, carrying no weight, only light. The jungle opens up before you. The sky above is beginning to shift. The indigo of night softens into deep violet. Stars fade one by one, like candles blown out by dawn. The Maya believed the sky was not empty, but sacred, a vast ocean of gods, ancestors, and time itself. They gave offerings to the sky, not in desperation, but in gratitude, in trust. You step into a clearing. At its center, a small fire pit, ringed with stones. Nearby, a bundle of fragrant wood, tied with woven thread, waits for you. You kneel, take a breath, and begin to build the fire. One piece of wood at a time, with care, with intention. The Maya saw fire as a bridge between this world and the next, between fear and freedom. As the first flame sparks to life, you feel its warmth touch your skin. Not hot, not burning, but real. You close your eyes and bring to mind what you are ready to release. A thought, a habit, a hurt. Hold it gently. Name it softly. And as you open your eyes, you offer it to the flame. The fire crackles, not with violence, but with welcome. Smoke rises slowly, spiraling upward. Carrying your offering into the sky, you feel lighter. Another flame rises. You offer something more. Your shame, your fear of failure, your silence. One by one, they rise into the sky and vanish. The wind shifts, not cold, but clearing. You look up. The sky now glows pale gold, the first hint of sunrise touching the treetops. In Maya cosmology, the rising sun was not just a beginning, but a rebirth. Each morning, the world was made new. So now you rise. You stand before the fire, face turned to the sky, and you speak, not in words, but in a feeling. I am not broken. I am becoming. Birdsong returns. The jungle breathes again. A path opens behind you, leading back through the forest, back to the world, back to the day. But this time, you are not the same. You walk forward, not to escape the night, but to carry its wisdom with you, with calm, with courage, with a quiet kind of power. And the fire burns behind you long after you've gone. You return to the ancient steps of Temple 4, the same place where your journey began. But everything is different now. The air is clearer. Your heart is quieter. You climb slowly, each step steady, grounded. You are not escaping anything. You are arriving. At the top, you sit cross-legged, the stones still cool beneath you, but no longer unfamiliar. And before you, the jungle opens like a green sea stretching to the horizon. A faint orange glow touches the edges of the canopy. Then, the first golden ray pierces the trees. The sun has returned. In ancient times, the Maya watched this same sun rise over Tikal and felt its promise that no matter how long the night, the light always returns. They believed the soul could be reborn, again and again, stronger each time. So here you sit, on the roof of the world, wrapped in light and birdsong, as the howler monkeys call softly from the trees below. You feel a presence with you, not a ghost, but something older than fear. Yourself, your truest self. Not the self who doubted, not the self who disappeared, but the one who watched and waited and endured. This is who you've been returning to. You breathe in slowly. You feel it now, a quiet pride, still power. And for the first time in a long time, you feel safe, not because the world has changed, but because you have. The sun rises higher. You lie back once more on the stone. Let your eyes close. You have walked through shadow, offered your pain to the fire, stood beneath the stars, and rose with the sun. You are no longer lost in the jungle. You are part of it. You are part of something vast, ancient, and alive. And now, you can rest. Sleep comes softly, like mist through the trees, like morning light through leaves. Let go. You are safe. You are whole. You are home. You walk now beneath trees older than memory. Sabres and mahogany stretch high into the darkening sky, their trunks wide as towers, their roots gripping the earth like great stone fingers. The jungle is quieter now. No birds, no monkeys, only the hush of leaves and your own steady breath. You move gently along a path, barely visible. Stone blocks, once carved and perfectly placed, now sit half swallowed by moss and vines. Each step is a step back through time. Then you see it, half hidden by curtain of green, a low sprawling temple. Its surface is covered entirely with glyphs. Not 1 inch of blank stone remains. You've arrived at the Temple of Glyphs, a sacred archive. Here, the Maya recorded the unfolding of worlds, the dance of planets, the rise and fall of kings. You pause at the entrance. A carved lintel shows a priest, holding a bundle of jaguar pelts and scrolls. He looks out at you, as if still waiting for the next date to be written. Inside, the chamber is cool, silent. The air smells of earth and copal resin. The walls shimmer with faded paint, reds, blacks, ochres. Glyphs cover every surface. Some are calendars, the Zolkin, 260 sacred days. The Harb, 365 days of the solar year. And the long count, stretching back to 3114 BCE. The birth date of the current world cycle. You read 1 8 Ajor 13K, a day for planting and renewal. Another 13.00000, December 21st, 2012, a turning of the Baktun. Not an end, but a reset. The Maya saw time not as a line, but as a wheel. Every ending was also a beginning. In a central niche is a carving of the maize god, young, reborn, emerging from a turtle shell, the symbol of the earth. From his hair, corn grows. He smiles softly. Beside him, the moon goddess Ixchel pours water from a jar onto the world. Her face is kind, lined with wisdom. A healer, protector of childbirth, fertility, and dreams. You sit on a carved bench beneath her gaze. The stone is cool. Moonlight streams through a crack in the ceiling, landing in a perfect circle on the floor before you. You close your eyes and breathe, slowly. There is no past to fix, no future to fear, only the now. Your heartbeat slows, matching the rhythm of this ancient place. Time feels like water, moving, carrying, washing away old thoughts. You let it wash over you, the burdens, the regrets, the doubts. Let them be inscribed on these walls, not as failures, but as glyphs in your own long count. Lessons, cycles, markers of who you were and who you are becoming. You feel the earth's warmth rise through the stone beneath you, a deep hum, like distant thunder, a heartbeat, yours and the jungle's together. You are not lost, you are not behind, you are here, you are part of the story now, and the story is still being written. Sleep now. Let the glyphs dream for you. The moon has risen high above the canopy now. Its silver light spills gently through cracks in the temple ceiling, touching the glyphs one by one. You gaze upward from your resting place and see dust floating like tiny stars in the light. For a moment, time seems to pause completely. Then, from the far end of the temple, you hear a soft shuffling sound, not threatening, almost ceremonial. A figure steps from the shadows, robed in white cotton edged with jade beads. Their face is lined with age, but their eyes are bright, deep and still, like cenotes. They carry a long staff, carved with dates and constellations. This is the Aj Kuhun, the keeper of time. The figure does not speak. They only gesture toward the wall of glyphs and begin to trace one with the tip of the staff. You watch, silently. The glyph glows faintly under their touch. It marks a day yet to come, a future date, not far from now, but it has no name yet, no event. You realize it is yours, a glyph waiting to be filled with your next chapter, not written in stone, but chosen. The keeper turns to you and nods, as if to say, "You're ready." Then the figure walks away, back into the dark of the temple. You sit with this silence, a peaceful knowing that life is not measured only by achievements, but by presence, by the willingness to return to yourself, to remember that you are not lost, only between pages. You lie back now, the stone beneath you warm and grounding. You close your eyes and listen to the leaves rustling outside, to your own soft breath, to time unfolding patiently. Like a fern, you are safe, you are steady, and you are exactly where you need to be. Sleep now, and let your story continue in dreams.